Simplicity is never a matter of circumstances. Simplicity is always a matter of focus. And Voskamp. My friends, each and every day we focus on the simplicity of our charts. Heiken Ashi candlesticks, again, that show you the average pace of price movement, volume with the average volume metric, and of course trend lines. And what do they show us today? It's a down day for the S&P. It's a down day for everything in the market. A little bit down on the S&P, 0.58%. Now, as we just glance, before I get to all the number crunching and the analysis, look at what we see here. We see things popping up strong the week of the 12th, beginning the 12th of May. High 594.50. Next week, a little bit higher, but a smaller candle. You have to look over here at the high to see that it actually does go a little bit higher, 595.54. Then this week, 592.77. Candle getting smaller. You can see on the 2-day. You can see on the half day as it's pulled back, popped up a little bit yesterday. A good bit yesterday. Popped up in the morning and then died off in the afternoon. Check out the volume here. Decent volume on the half-day chart, going for many, many days. You can see on the 2-day, we've had it meeting after never hitting average volume for quite a while. Hit it on the 20th and 21st of May, and then the 22nd, 23rd of May. And then, of course, what do we see going on here? We see on Tuesday, Wednesday, again, just barely topping off to average, but we've had a green spinning top, a down candle, another green spinning top, so struggling to keep up. Now, we are still above the trend line on both the half-day bouncing off and the 2-day, and of course, still on the weekly. As we look at things, we do see things, again, dipping some, but we still have support with our Heiken Ashi candlesticks. We still have support above our trend line. We have some volume there. And again, although things are a bit shaky, we still have the directional momentum going our way. So we are still 75% bullish over the next 5+ days, 75% back test accuracy. But I am being very careful here as I look at where things are and where they may be going over the next few days. I always look with trepidation because remember, the first rule is what? You don't lose money. Second rule, you don't lose money. Third rule, you make money. If you lose money, it's so hard to catch back up. That's why everyone looks for as sure a thing as they can for getting into a trade and then staying in, keeping your money. So right now the price action is long-term uptrends with higher highs, but a short-term pullback is testing support at 578.42. So if you see things blast below 578.42, it's currently at 587.73. You see things pulling back below that, you'll be crashing through that support and you may have things breaking down strong on you. Now, I can repeat a lot of that for the Qs. We look at where things were back on the week beginning the 12th of May. We had a high at 521.93, then 523. This week, 523.68. So we popped up a little bit higher this week. Nice strong volume. Last week, candles again after the huge candle the week beginning 12th of May. Smaller candles, but we are moving up. We have had okay volume the last 2 weeks. Okay volume on for the last, 6 days now. Okay volume on the 2-day chart. And again, on the half day, you can see we had a little low volume this morning, but we can go back many days with average volume here. Things popping up, moving down, and then popping up on yesterday. So again, on the first day of the shortened trading week. So again, we're keeping an eye. We are currently on, and let me not get my charts fouled up here. On the Thursday, the 29th, our trade execution summary, we're showing 70% bullish on the NASDAQ 170% back test accuracy. Now, again, we're paying close attention as to what we see going on here because, again, we want to make sure that we don't allow this thing to go south on us. Our price action is an uptrend, short-term pullback, testing support at 513.40. So again, we drop below 513.40. We're currently at 518.91. Be careful. Let's move on to bonds. Bonds, of course, are now pulling back today. Yesterday is a big up day for bonds, slowing down, again, staying below that weekly downtrend line. We do have the first green 2-day candle we've seen in a while with decent volume, so we'll pay attention to that. Again, everything's staying below the weekly trend line, so we're still in a downtrend with lower lows, but the 2-day 195-minute chart are showing early signs of a bounce near the 84.76 mark. We're at 85.36. So again, waiting to, watching, paying close attention. If again, these things have moved up yesterday, but pulling back today, and if they resume that downtrend, all well and good, we will stay in that short position that we've been in for quite a while. Now, let's move on to gold. And again, look at gold. Look at the weekly chart in gold. We hit the high in gold back on the week beginning 21st of April. Then a doji. Then a tried green up candle, then blowing it out, going down. Then a green spinning top, and this week a little green candle. It's hard to see just what's happening with gold. But as we look at it, at the precious metal, we see, of course, as far as our price action goes, we have an uptrend with higher highs, but a short-term pullback testing support at 302.74. We're at 303.81 right now. So again, hard to see much of a trend there. I mean, I'm trying to stick it out. Our mathematics and computations are showing us that as far as where we are on gold, we are bullish at 75%. Oh, and by the way, we're 80% bearish on 20-year U.S. government bonds, 85% backtest accuracy. That is our strongest chart. On gold, 75% bullish, 75% backtest accuracy. So again, I'm having a hard time feeling that strong, but I'm watching, paying attention. It's hard to draw any kind of trend line here. I drew one. Don't feel that great about it. We are above it on the 2-day, right on it on the half-day. So paying close attention there on gold. And lastly, Bitcoin. Man, just stair steps, my friends, all the way up. Not the high of last week reached yet, and all that volume. We're a shortened trading week this week. We see the latest 2-day chart. Again, blowing off a lot of that energy, not hitting average volume, opening lower than the prior close. That's what that red down candle means. We can see where Bitcoin really jammed up on Thursday of last week, down on Friday, up a little on Monday, and then pulling back on Tuesday, up a little bit. That was the first day. Markets closed on Monday. Down on Wednesday. Every day, Tuesday seemed like Monday. This seems like Tuesday, but it's actually Wednesday. Now, where are we? Pulled back 2.79%, still above the weekly trend line on the half day, clearly on the 2-day, decently on the weekly. So where does that leave us? 75% bullish on Bitcoin, 75% back test accuracy. And as we continue to look at Bitcoin, our price action is strong uptrend, short-term pullback, testing support at 30.25, which is about where we are right now. So pay attention to that. If we blow through that, we may have some real profit taking in Bitcoin after all this run up, going decently above those prior highs. I'll tell you, we're on 24-hour-a-day Bitcoin. Of course, we had our high of highs back there in January at 109,356. And of course, the high last week, 112 $112,000 per Bitcoin. This week, we're up to $110,789, and the market closed at $107,450, something along. That's where it's trading at right now on the 24-hour a day chart. So anyway, you can see it over here. 107,454, now 465, bouncing around a little bit. So that is where we are on Bitcoin, still bullish. My friends, if you are not a subscriber at chartingwealth.com, you need to become one. It's free. And of course, training you will get today is a good one. It is one we've offered in the past and are offering to you again. We give a free training each and every day. It's good stuff, helps you understand what it is we talk about here at the channel, whether it's about volume, Heikin-Ashi candlesticks, how to draw trend lines, how to use our charts, how to understand the 3 time frames. And then, of course, if you become a Patreon member at any of the 3 levels, first thing you get is my new book, 3-Wave Trading Advantage, available only to Patreon members at any of the 3 levels, along with Options Made Simple, the Charting Wealth Way, our 3-part series. Great videos. God bless my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth.